Hi everybody. Who thinks I should speak in Arabic? Assalamu alaikum. It's me Khayra. هذا العربي حقتي؟ لا أنا بمزح معاكم. وكمان أحتاج الفكر حقتي. هذا العربي حقتي. وأظن استوعبتوا إنه عندي كلجة شوية. بس من جد أحتاج الفكر للبرزنتيشن. اوكي انا حسوي زي كده. اوكي نظرتي للامور الجندريه شيء كل مره اتكلم عليه الناس ما بيفهموا قصدي كل مره، بس اظن اليوم عندي كم دقيقه اعرفكم عن الموضوع، وعشان عندي كم دقيقه لسه ورا عشان عندي كم دقيقة أنا حكلم معظم كلامي حيكون بالإنجليزي عشان الموضوع أهم من اللغة اللي أكلم فيه. I have broken Arabic because I lived most of my life out of the country. I lived most of my life out of the country for a very good reason. My brother, when he was 3 years old, was diagnosed with autism, or التوحد. And we all, as a family, had to be torn apart. Our family of 4, me, my brother, my mom, my dad. My mom was exactly my age when she went on her own to the States, and my dad stayed in Saudi Arabia to support us. Autism basically means, this is Abdullah, love of my life. So, autism basically means that for Abdullah, in the beginning, he had seizures, he had trouble reading facial expressions, he had trouble understanding social cues at the time. And for all of those things, I guess you could call it emotional intelligence, or what we now call soft skills. We're a little bit lacking. It was the best decision we ever made. On a daily basis, his seizures were less, the medication was working, the therapy was encouraging him, he could express his emotions to us, he would hug us, he would play with kids instead of in parallel. It was everything that we wanted. It was worth it. We were thrilled, he was our miracle. It was everything that we wanted for him to be able to do those things. And it got to a point where, alhamdulillah, the region changed. We left to the States because there wasn't anything in the region, but then we heard about a school in Dubai that could give him the support he needed. And our family of 4 that was torn apart turned into our whole family of 5 as we all moved back to Dubai. So in Dubai, Abdullah went into middle school, I went into high school. We were in our teens, 3 years difference, and I noticed that the world expected very different things from the both of us. The world wanted me to be a lady, quiet, to attain all the skills that I didn't learn when it came to cooking and house management. I don't know any of those still. And they wanted Abdullah to be a man. Remember, we talked about all those soft skills, the things that made him our miracle. Those were the things that society didn't really care about in a man. This opened him up to criticism at school. All of the things that made him friendlier and made him express himself more were the same things that made him a target of bullying. Unfortunately, it just didn't add up to his peers. These were the same kids that we said, Abdullah, go be friends with them. Put yourself out there. It didn't work out. He outgrew his school in Dubai, and there was no school for him for high school. So he on his own went off to the States for a boarding school that gave him the support needed. And there, in post 9/11 America, every time he would walk into the airport, he was stopped by security. Again, all the things we were so thrilled about him learning. How to be friendly, how to express himself, how to be enthusiastic. Those were all the things that we just, I know that they're in the audience, and I know that my mom and dad feel the same way. These are the things that we really wanted him to have. And those were the things that encouraged security or anybody to think, hey, that's a little off. That's a little off because in everybody else's eyes, this Arab man, this young Arab man, tall, handsome, burly Arab man, was an object of violence. Obviously, he's a young Arab man. He's not the Abdullah that we knew and were thrilled about. Now everything's good, alhamdulillah. We're all back in Jeddah, all back in Saudi, all trying to learn Arabic. And Abdullah works with me at Mstdfr, as mentioned. He also has a side job at my uncle's company. And the chapter is closed, right? And when I say the chapter is closed, people think, oh, alhamdulillah, his autism is okay. No, that's not what I'm saying. The chapter is closed on the pressures and expectations that society put on him as a man. The pressures and expectations that told him all the things that your family thought was a miracle are not okay in our society. And when I say our society, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about our families. It's not a big creature that's far away from us. And this same society is creating something called toxic masculinity. It's something that's scary, especially in this time. We're encouraging women to be empowered, and we need to think to ourselves, what are we doing to train our boys to live up to this new future? We're only telling boys to be the winner, to be on top, to be heroic, to be the only guy, to be the protector. It's a pedestal that we put them on that's really hard to stay on. So you're telling me they have to provide for everybody, but they can't ask for help. They can't talk about their feelings. I have no idea what's going on in your minds right now. I don't know if this is a new concept, if I'm saying something that you believe in as men, but I hope it speaks to you. They're told that they're there to protect, but they're not able to say when they're done protecting. They're told that they're supposed to be loving fathers and the best husbands that show affection and love, but they're never told how to do that in our systematic way of raising boys. They're not given the tools, quite frankly. Today when you walk into any interview, what are managers asking about? They're talking about those soft skills. Do you have the ability to collaborate? Do you have that ability to cooperate? Do you have empathy? These are things that girls learn systematically, in the system of how we raise girls. We learn it through taking care of our little baby dolls. It's very hard to teach those things through plastic guns or cars. You know what I mean? To highlight this example, let me talk about the newest man in my life, my husband, Dr. Abdullah. Me, as a person, me, as a person, I'm impatient. I'm quick to anger. I can't multitask, just like I can't do it. And I panic in times of emergency. Dr. Abdullah, though, is a writer. He tells the best bedtime stories. He's a musician. he would create the most creative sing-alongs ever. He's a doctor. He's the person you call when you panic. And yet, with all of these attributes that we both have, never in my lifetime are we going to be allowed to live a life where he stays at home with the children, raising amazing adults because he has that skill set, and for me to go out and work. It's just not going to happen. Just because of the constraints of society. It's not a matter of our capabilities. It's not a matter of what we want to do. It's just what would people say. And this goes back to every single talk we're having here today. Azzbda. Let's talk about authenticity. Al-asala. If you're a nurturing person who loves children and childhood education, be a stay-at-home parent. If you're an analytical person who loves numbers and loves pressure, work to be a CFO. If you love expressing yourself through art, be an artist. Aren't we done trying to live up to what people will think when it doesn't fit who we are? I think that's an idea worth spreading, and I hope you understood what I meant. Thank you.